I'm doing this upload because uh, a viewer, AK Froggy, said, I've been up to that ridge above Castle Wash many times. Isn't it Willow Tank? It doesn't really look Chinley. Well, I knew it wasn't Chinley, but when I uploaded this particular video about my hike the next day, I used the term looks like Chinley, even though it was, of course, Cretaceous, 100 million years, more than 100 million years later. But anyway, I started looking at it this morning, and with layers, they often repeat when they're tilted. So just like Frenchmen, well, let me just do it. So I took this picture uh, I called tilt. Okay, now see the way that the layers are tilted. That's because of the Sevier and Laramide orogeny that was pushing off to the left of the screen along a huge portion, not just Valley of Fire. I mean, most of the left side, the west side of the United States at that time. But see the tilt? Okay, so then if you follow the layers up, like let's go up this way, directly normal to the surface, a right angle up into the sky. Well, this is older, this is more recent, this is newer, and you go up and up, more recent, more recent, more recent. Well, these the feature of the Cretaceous up there isn't miles deep. Okay, so therefore that tells you that you must have repeating layers, like the blocks tilt, and then stuff gets worn away, and like Frenchman, that you've got Frenchman Mountain tilted, and then because of the blocks, the faults, the layers repeat. They don't just keep going up into the sky like that. Okay, so now remember this tilt. Remember the tilt of that. Okay, so now let's go to this. And I'm first going to go to the Virgin Mary area that I did the hike like a day before. And I pointed out that these layers repeat. That like here's the old limestone, and here's virgin limestone, and there's the Carnian, and it repeats because of the tilt. They tilt. The same thing here because these are faulted blocks. Here's the old limestone. There's the virgin limestone, and they keep repeating. Now let's go to Frenchman. Now stick with me on this. Okay, let's go to Frenchman. Same thing. Old limestone, virgin limestone, and then they repeat. This is the same layer as this because they're tilted up. They don't just go up into the sky like that. They break and wear away, and so they repeat. See, this is the same as this, and so on and so forth. Okay, so you've got that. Now let's go to Valley of Fire. Okay, now here was the mountainside in question that he said, isn't that Willow Tank? Because he's been there up along this ridge. This some people call this Castle Wash. So he said, isn't that Willow Tank? And I go, nope, actually that's the interface where I took the pictures the other day. Now let's go there. That's the interface of the Jurassic sandstone with the Cretaceous. Okay, so now look at this layer here. That's the conglomerate. And then there's your Jurassic sandstone. See, that's the actual interface. So now this is all ash, which I did pictures and videos. That's all ash. And notice this dark conglomerate and this darker stuff here. So now let's go back to where I did the hike. And notice that we have the ash. And here's the interface with the Jurassic sandstone. See, this is Jurassic sandstone. That's not the red member of the um, Cretaceous willow tank or baseline sandstone. This is actually Jurassic sandstone, wind-blown dunes. Okay, this section when you come through here. I even mentioned it in my videos. I said, you got to be careful because see, now I'm in with the Jurassic. It's an outcrop or something, so you can't assume now this sandstone you're all in Cretaceous because you'll have stuff like this. I even mentioned it. Okay, so this is willow tank. In other words, the soft, ash, puffy stuff in which they dug the bones. I call this Dinosaur Mountain or Dinosaur Ridge. That is willow tank. So I started comparing things. Now let's zoom back. Okay, now here's the other willow tank up here where I took a picture. The willow tank, the soft ash, puffy stuff where they dig the bones. That's the way to remember the willow tank. It's the lower member of the Cretaceous that's in contact with the Jurassic sandstone. So I started comparing things, and this does look similar to this over here. So now I realize that I'm looking at repeating layers and that it's correct. This here is the same as this. There's the Jurassic sandstone and there's the Jurassic sandstone outcrop. So if you have the Jurassic sandstone, the wind-blown dunes we all know and love and get tired of looking at the same red sandstone with the do you see Donald Duck or whatever, well, doesn't it make sense that the Cretaceous should be up against it with the willow tank? And then you look up here and it should look similar. Well, if that's true, now let's look at this. Okay, here's the conglomerate, which I was there. I did a long video on this conglomerate in here, as I did in here. It's the same conglomerate. It's called Overton Fanglomerate. Okay, so see this? This conglomerate is all the same here. I videoed it here. I videoed it here. And sure enough, there's the ash and stuff. Okay, so now let's look here. Dark stuff. Here, dark stuff. Here, dark stuff. And look at these. See those colors? Those specific colors there like that? Now let's go back to Willow Tank back alongside the road. And so what have you got? This dark stuff, conglomerate, which it is. I was there, I took pictures of it. The conglomerate, the ash, willow tank. This is willow tank formation. And then this darker layer. And then look at what you've got. You're back to those same colors. See there, those colors. See the difference with colors? Now let's go back. Dark, willow tank, dark, dark, and then those colors. So we have it. I don't know if the guy knew it, but he made me look at it. And this is willow tank. And I did have it correctly, is that when I spotted it years ago, I call it Dinosaur Wash and Dinosaur Mountain and the ash. So I had it right. I figured that'd be good dinosaur material in there. Well, it is willow tank formation because the layers repeat and are all broken up and uptilted. Okay, so now let's go back to the pictures. And ash 1. Oh, there it is. And there it is. There it is. The willow tank formation, the same as I saw the other day right down from Fire Wave. Willow tank formation, and there's your same ash. The same ash, the same bullshit. End of story. So we've all learned